Hello everyone, welcome to week 3. Just wanted to take a couple of minutes and go through your resources for the week. So once we get down here to week 3, this week you're going to be looking at increasing population and how that can lead to scarcity of resources around the world. Again, kind of tying in with last week when we talked about the tragedy of the commons and those types of things. So for reading, you've got this marginal analysis, which will help you with excuse me, it will help you with your group project for the week. So this just kind of goes through what the costs and benefits are. It's got a few things down at the bottom to help you. You don't have to do the questions, but marginal benefit, again, marginal cost. Just kind of read through that so you understand and just to refresh yourself on what marginal analysis is. Go back here. We've then got these two articles about water sustainability, one from 02 and one from 20. Those are just kind of to help you guys get kind of a handle on what I'm talking about with population and how we're trying to find, how we're trying to use technology to find better ways to use our scarce resources or to use our common resources. These are just facts, data that you can use throughout your posts and your project this week. You've got the CIA fact book. Just kind of goes through and gives you information about history, people, society, government, economy, energy, all of those types of things. Travel facts, you've got regional and world maps, which is kind of fun to look at. You can look at physical area, you can look at political, all that type of stuff. So those are pretty fun to look at. We've got the population data sheets. So these just shows older populations growing, total fertility rates are declining. You can explore the data here, download the data. Again, just kind of look at those things. We've got this world population pyramid is just a fun little tool as well. It shows how the population has gone from 0 to 4 in the 50s when the boomers came, and now the boomers are getting older, and what's happening as we get into the 2020s, 2030s, what's happening with the population. This 200 years, it should say that changed the world. So this is a teacher's resource, but I thought it had good information for you as well. Just kind of goes through an overview on global development since the 1800s. Again, that's kind of a big theme running through this whole class is how we have changed over the past 200 years and how that change is going to affect you in your own industry. Again, I'm not trying to have you guys learn all of the theory, the econ behind it. We're not going over specific economics theories that I'm having you write papers on. Instead, I'm having you kind of learn it intrinsically through applying these concepts into your own industries. So just kind of looking at this, I'll show you these little bubbles and what that means, but if you would like some explanation on the graphs that I'm going to show you, you can look at this teacher's guide to help. So then, let's see, go back here. And then here's examining the, excuse me, this pops up. Yeah, examining, the demographics, and I just closed it. Looking at the demographics by country. So those bubbles that I was showing you in the last page, here's where they are. So it looks at life expectancy in all of these countries. Bigger bubbles, and I've got a video that's going to show you about this as well. You can look at specific regions, you can look at specific demographics. So we could look at child mortality. And then you can play it from 1800 and see how things are changing and looking at population, all of that, and how it changes. It's kind of a neat little tool for you to look at. Okay, so then we have these two. This is the crash course in economics. It's just to remind you and again refresh your memory on what opportunity cost means. So opportunity cost is what are you giving up to do something when you make a choice. Every decision you make you obviously give something up. You're choosing to watch this video right now means you're giving up doing something else, whether that be leisure time, playing with your kids, spending time with friends, working on a different assignment for your other class if you're in 2 classes. You're giving up something, but you've decided that the benefits of watching this video or doing this class outweigh the costs. So that's kind of marginal analysis a little bit and opportunity cost in a very, very quick nutshell. And then here's the 200 years in 4 minutes. So this kind of goes up with the 200 years lecture that changed the world, and it's just in the video format. So it's 4 minutes. So then you've got your discussions for the week and your first group assignment for the week. So I'll go into the discussions. So your first discussion this week is about that population growth. I want to know, how has, obviously, population growth affected global resources? Look at 2 specific examples and explain them. And so one example that I came across, and I'm going to try to find it, I listened to a podcast a few weeks ago when I was on one of my jobs, was talking about, I believe it was England, and how before population growth and population exploded, they used trees for their main sources of energy. And as population grew and they started cutting down trees, they had to then innovate and use technology to find another source because they almost completely used up all of the trees on the island. I'm going to try to find that podcast and post it in the resources. I haven't been able to figure out which one it is yet, but hopefully I'll be able to find that for you by Monday before you start this week. So that's the first one. That's kind of one way it helps innovate, but it's also affecting other resources in negative ways. So choose 2 and explain them to me. So then your second discussion for this week is about those choices and opportunity costs that I kind of mentioned. So obviously every decision has some kind of cost to it. The evaluation of choices and opportunity costs, though, is very subjective. Some people are going to choose not to watch this video. Instead, they're just going to do the post, and that's fine. But it's a subjective decision. And obviously these evaluations differ across individuals and they can differ across societies. So explain 3 ways that you've seen the subjectivity in decision-making in your own industry. And then here's your first group assignment. We're, again, looking at that access to scarce and common resources with population growth. So what I want your team to do is pretend you're going to the city council and propose the feasibility of several solutions for access to a scarce resource or a common resource that you guys have experienced due to COVID-19. So because of that, we have experienced scarcity, we've experienced problems with common resources. I want you guys to pick one, or you could do a few of them, and then define the problem. So explain which resources you are looking at or resource, and then give me some solutions. And then what I want you to do is present your findings from the problem and your solutions in a video presentation with some sort of a visual aid, and then upload both of those here. Since this is a group assignment, you only have to do one. Only one person has to turn it in. If you want to do everybody turn it in, that's fine. But I will have that posted for you. And if you're wondering about your groups, you go into people and groups. And if you don't understand your team names, Google them and Google econ behind them, and it will explain it to you. So we have Team Animal Spirit. That's Lori, Maddie, Matt, and Rosario, or Roz. Team Invisible Hands is Alyssa, Jamie, Joel, and Kylie. Team Money Multiplier is Amy, Jared, Kelsey, Peter, and Scott. And Team Perfect Substitutes is Andrew, Manny, Kelly, Michelle, and Tristan. I have also made some groups in teams. Let me show you that real fast. You should have all gotten an email from me that invited you to the teams group. Let's see if it will let me share that with you. We'll just share my desktop. Okay, let's try this again. I want to share that. Okay, so in Teams, you should have been invited to Business 625, and then you each have your own individual channel, and you can use this channel to post, talk to each other. You can start a new conversation. You can post files in here. You can work together. You can even meet. There's this meet up here, so you can have meetings between your groups. This is just another way and another tool for you guys to use as you go through this class and start working together. There is a general channel, which is also what I posted into, so hopefully you guys have found this. And then each individual group is only those people. So if you're not in Team Animal Spirit, you can't see that channel. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to ask. I'm happy to help in any way I can, and I hope that this video helps you throughout the week. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon.